Willie D Live.
What's up, family? We got yet another case of domestic violence that ended in death. Check it out.
A murder victim. Now at 10, those who knew this young woman, 24-year-old Malia Bess, are honoring the life she lived. The apartment complex manager was killed while at work at a Jackson apartment complex. Thanks for joining us here tonight at 10. I'm Megan West.
And I'm Troy Johnson. Jackson police have her husband in custody tonight, accusing him of her murder. The situation unfolded at Westwood Apartments just after 11 this morning. Police said that Bess's husband, 52-year-old Ron Allen, surrendered more than 2 hours after the standoff began. Chief Joseph Wade said it took several surrounding agencies to arrest Allen.
35th homicide of the year compared to 71 this time last year. We've shown a drastic reduction in homicides, but again, this is domestic related. This is a husband taking his wife's life, then putting all of these other people's lives in danger, including law enforcement. Very sad day, but I'm glad that we were able to mitigate this situation without any further loss of life.
Friends and family are mourning the loss of Bess. Those closest to her say the relationship had become dangerous, and now they're sharing her story in hopes of helping someone else.
I legitimately cannot believe this. I will remember this day for the rest of my life.
16 WAPT's Crystal Tisme joins us live from the complex where Bess worked tonight and has more on what friends had to say. Crystal.
Well, Troy, friends say Bess was a great person and that her death is something that will stick with them for a lifetime.
My last text message was this morning. I told her, I said, "You're gonna be fine. I love you." And she said, "I love you too."
Friends and family are heartbroken after the death of Malia Bess. Police said she was killed by her husband, Ron Allen, at her job at the Westwood Apartments in Jackson.
She did not want to leave him. She had to leave him, and he didn't want her to leave him. She had to leave him because she just had to for her own safety. As we can see, she did not feel safe sleeping next to him.
Manisha Simmons is a close friend of Bess. She said their relationship was rocky, causing Bess to move out of their shared home and in with a friend. Simmons said Allen was also harassing her at work.
He was actually at my house yesterday on my couch.
Sure was.
And we talked, about them working the relationship out or whatever, and he left. It wasn't nothing alarming. I didn't feel anything. So.
Bess's friends remember her as a mature, career-driven woman and a great friend. Simmons has a warning to those who may be in a similar situation.
Even if you're not afraid, even if by every single shadow of a doubt in your mind, you think that that person would never do that to you, if they threaten you one time, take it seriously.
Okay, I'll let it play out.
And this is an ongoing investigation. I'm reporting live in Jackson. Crystal Tisme, 16 WAPT News.
Okay, I thought she had some more context there. But, okay, first and foremost, condolences to the family, RIP, Malia Bess. The friend made a couple of interesting comments. She said that she did not feel comfortable lying next to her husband, who she said, was violent towards her. What she did not add is that she felt pretty comfortable laying next to another man because allegedly the reason that he gave for killing her was that he caught her sleeping around with the maintenance man. She worked in the leasing office. And so, I guess she probably, if she worked in the leasing office, she has to have daily contact with the maintenance man, right? Leasing agents and maintenance people, they talk a lot. They're in the same spaces a lot because the leasing agent is getting complaints from customers or tenants, and tenants may have something that needs to be repaired. So the leasing agent typically pass that information down to the maintenance man, and then the maintenance man go do their job. So, yeah. The other thing that she mentioned, she talked about how if a guy threatens you the first time, that's when you need to get up out of there, and that's true. If somebody threatens your life, if somebody, put their hands on you the first time, they're gonna do it again. They absolutely, or at least you're taking a major risk that they'll do it again. You're rolling the dice. And see, usually when somebody kills, before they kill, they don't just kill. There's a threat that happens before they actually act on taking somebody's life. So when somebody starts making these threats, like, I don't take any threats lightly. Like, any threats on my life, I take it very seriously. I do not underestimate anybody. I don't care if it's somebody I think I can roll right over. If they threaten my life, I am going to take it seriously, and I'm going to take the necessary precautions and actions, to protect myself. Bottom line. So the friend, gave that advice, but she should have also given some advice to people to not, play around in relationships, and this is not by any means giving the dude who did what he did an excuse. I don't believe in all of that. I look at these relationships, fam, like, it's a gamble, and if you decide to play this game called love, you could crap out. You can hit the jackpot, and just as well as you hit the jackpot, you could also crap out. You could start off by hitting the jackpot and you got something good, and then along the way, you could mess it up, or they could mess it up, or both of y'all could be responsible for messing it up. But it happens all the time. None of us owns each other. And so these relationships are not guaranteed. So if you go into one, you should know that. Till death do us part, it sounds good, but really, a contract is only as good as the people who are willing to respect it. The contract is only as good as people, the two people, or the parties, the two parties who are willing to abide by the contract. People breach contracts all the time. And that is why there's always an exit clause in a contract. And the exit clause has never said kill. Well, in case it don't work out with me and my business partner, I get to kill him. That ain't how it go. You take your licking and keep on ticking. That's the way it goes. Most of us are not really healthy enough mentally to even be in a relationship. And this is why if you do enter a relationship, you better be very, very careful who you enter it with, because most people can put up a front for a few hours. They can put up a front when they first meet you. Some people let you know right away that they're crazy. And because you are crazy too, you roll with it. You think it's sweet. You think it's cute. Next thing you know, your life is turned upside down. They've upended your life. So you got to be very, very careful with these relationships, because there's a great deal of people out there who are unhinged. They really are not qualified to be in relationships. They're not emotionally stable enough to be able to accept rejection or disappointment. Somebody do something that they don't like, or somebody don't do something that they want them to do, or they don't do it right, that could trigger that. That could trigger an unstable person. So you got to be very careful. You can't be getting caught up in this cute face, little waist, big ass, pretty hair. Oh, he handsome. He got muscles. Oh, he got some money. Man, you better be very careful. you better try your best to do some type of mental evaluation. Just like we always talk about how these police officers need to be mentally evaluated, you need to do that before you get into a relationship, because your chances of being harmed by a significant other is a whole lot greater than being harmed by the police. Again, fam, my condolences to Malia Best and Malia Best's family. R.I.P. Malia Best. Y'all be careful out there, family. No more talk.